What's up guys, this is Chronic Rush HD and welcome to a brand new episode of my FIFA 13 Team of the Week predictions. Welcome back guys. Last episode, the team of the week wasn't bad, it was getting better and better, but this week we got the start of some more leagues, so that's just the Russian League and also the Switzerland League, and we still got the players coming from the Liga do Brazil and the MLS, so we got some fairly decent bronze and silver players from the MLS, some very good players from the Liga do Brazil, and now the Russian League and players like that. And we still got some of the normal smaller leagues, but let's get into the squad. This week was a bit easier in terms of more leagues, but the defense I found fairly difficult and the subs, but let's get into the team. So the goalkeeper we're going to have is a player called Lomba, Brazilian keeper, rhymes with the bomber, and this guy had a absolutely fantastic game, guys. Plays for Bahia in the Liga do Brazil, and alright, silence please. He had man of the match, plus 2 penalty saves and 5 saves in total and a clean sheet for a 0-0 draw against, I'm not quite sure of the squad. I think it's Ponto Preto. I'm not quite sure if it was that, but this guy, what a fantastic performance. He basically carried his team on the back and got them the draw. 2 penalty saves, just absolute phenomenal keeper, and the stats there look fairly decent as well, so he could be a fairly decent keeper. Moving on to the next player, we're going to have a player called Young, the South Korean Young this is, and let me quickly find them because there is quite a few ones, but it's this player here, plays for FC Seoul, and he's actually a fairly pacey centre-back, 77 pace, maybe go up to 79, 78 maybe, so he could be a fairly decent centre-back, could link up with the last week's Team of the Week player as well. There's an FC Seoul there from as well, but he scored the winning goal for FC Seoul in their 2-1 win over something Dragons. I'm not too sure on that one, but over their 2-1 win, so may get it. I'm not 100% sure on this one. Moving on to the next substitute, we've got a player from the MLS, and this player is Moffat, plays for Houston Dynamo, Scottish player. And he got 2 goals and man of the match, played as a CDM as well. So you could say that as a fairly decent performance. Moving on to the next substitute, we got a player called Sean O'Connor. And, oh mate, it helps if I do this right, but he plays for Shamrock Rovers. There are 2 versions of this card on the game. 60 rated overall, not the best player, but he scored a brace or 2 goals for Shamrock Rovers in their, I believe it was 2-1 win against Derry City. So he basically got the 2 goals and the 3 points for his squad. Moving on to the next player, we've got a player called Sad, Suni Sad, and plays as a winger for Sporting KC, sorry. And he got, I believe it was 2 goals and man of the match for KC. I'm not quite sure on the actual score of the game. I believe it was 3-0 against Toronto. I'm not 100% sure. It may just be 2-0, but he, fairly young player, probably not going to be the best stat-wise, but you never know, he could be fairly decent. Moving on to the next player, we've got a silver player, and I'm not too sure about this one. I was trying to fill the spot in, but we've got a player called Sergino. I'm not quite sure, but his card there actually plays for Atletico, and I'm not. He now plays for a squad still in the Liga do Brazil, a squad called Clumuncia. I'm not quite sure about that, but they played Golisa, and he got man of the match. The game ended 0-0. He didn't score any goals, but he had a fairly solid centre-mid role, should I say, and got man of the match, so I thought I could put him in, maybe. It looks like a fairly decent card, probably a fairly decent CDM card if you were to build, you know, the silver Brazilian squads, but moving on to the next and final substitute, we got a goal player actually, and this player, I've got no idea how you pronounce this, and it looks like you're basically trying to do the alphabet backwards, ZYU, how do you put that together, but plays as an attacker for FC Rostov, who played, I believe, Terak Gozan. I'm not quite sure how you pronounce that squad whatsoever. I think I got that pronunciation absolutely terrible, but he got 2 goals in the dying minutes of the game. He got 2 goals, one in the 89th, one in the 90th. One was a penalty to win 2-1 for his squad. He also got man of the match. They were 1-0 down until the 89th minute when this guy came to shine and decided to put the team on his back and get the goals. But he got the 3 points for his squad, and that is the subs. Let's move on to my predictions for the starting 11. Let's quickly name it. The team of the week, number 44, and the formation, the 3-4-1-2, like always. And in goal, we got another Brazilian Liga do Brazil keeper, and this player is Victor. He's already got a man of the match card, but This guy had a very, very good performance on the weekend for Atletico Mineiro. He got 7 saves in total, made a clean sheet, and got man of the match in their 1-0 win over Corinthians, which is a fairly decent result for them. Corinthians got some fairly decent attackers in the squad. Moving on to the defense, the first player we're going to have a player in the MLS, and he's called Bernardes, I think it is. Honduras plays for San Jose Earthquakes, and this was where I was kind of struggling for players. He got a clean sheet and had a very, very good game, missing out on man of the match, I believe. You know when you get the rating and the guy man of the match got highest by 0.1, like on the rating, he got like 7.9, the man of the match got 8.0 and whatever. So he had a fairly decent performance, and they ended up winning 1-0. I'm not quite sure on the squad, but I think it was a fairly decent result, and he was fairly solid at the back. Moving on to the next player, we've got a player called TOTW, who you guys may have already seen in my Road to Gold around the World Series. Now plays, actually changed leagues. He used to be in the Allsvenskan, I think it is. Now plays in the Tippenliga for a team called Mulder, who played Viking at the weekend, and he scored 1 goal in their 1-1 draw to get them the points. So fair play to him. I'm not too sure on this one, but you never know. If he gets an informed card, I'm definitely going to be picking him up in the Tippenliga, because this guy's an absolute tank. And moving on to the final centre-back, we've got a bronze player. Plays in the MLS as well, and it's this player here, Andre Jan Baptista, plays for Portland Timbers in the MLS, like I said, USA centre-back, and he scored the winning goal in their 2-1 win over LA Galaxy, which is a fairly decent result for Portland, and he got man of the match. So let's move into the midfield and the right mid spot. We got a player who played in the Russian league, and you could argue right mid or centre attacking mid, and I'll say why, but he's already got an upgrade card, and his team actually played the 4-2-3-1 formation, and he played out on the right hand side. His default card is right mid, and he played on the right hand side, where in theory if you went on the FIFA 13 formations he should be a cam, but I've just left him as a right mid. But he scored 1 goal and got man of the match in their 1-1 draw against Rubin Kazan, and his goal was actually a fairly nice free kick, so go and check that out. But let's move on to the midfielders, and the first player we're going to have a player in the MLS, and he's called Glabavoy, I believe. Plays for Real Salt Lake, plays more in the CDM spot I found in that game, and he got man of the match, scored a goal and got a clean sheet. If you want to say, you know, CDMs could get clean sheets, and in fact they're playing more defensive in their 3-0 win over. I'm not too sure of the squad, sorry about that, guys. But let's move on to the next centre mid, and didn't really play centre mid, but I couldn't really fit him in, and that is a player called Stocker. Plays for FC Basel in the Switzerland League, and he got 2 assists in their FC Basel's 3-1 win. So played a very, very vital role in that game. One of the assists, the goal, it could have been disallowed, but the ref didn't pick it up on the fact that he actually kind of, well, I believe from the camera angle it looked like he ran off the pitch and then before he crossed the ball across, but the ref didn't pick up on that and gave the goal. And moving on to the final midfielder, we've got a player now topping the table in the MLS for most goals, a player called Camilo or Savenzo on the score sheets in some cases. Plays for Vancouver Whitecaps, and this guy, I think he should have been team of the week quite a long time ago, but he's still being on the score, on his scoring streak. Sorry guys, I couldn't get that out, but he scored 2 goals and got man of the match in Vancouver Whitecaps 3-1 win against Toronto, I believe. I'm not too sure on that one. I may have got that hideously wrong. I don't think it was now thinking about it, but let's quickly move on, and let's move on to the attack force. This centre forward, we got a player who could be argued playing centre forward. I'm not too sure where he actually played, but a player called Vargas now plays for Grêmio, used to play for Napoli in the Serie A, and now plays in the Liga do Brazil. Very, very pacey, Chilean up-front player. I think he's got 4-star skill moves as well. Don't hold me on that one, but he scored 2 goals in Grêmio's 2-1 win over Botafogo, this team who Clarence Seedorf played, who previously last week got one. But this guy got 2 goals in their 2-1 win, just missed out on the inform, should I say, by the ratings. Seedorf got it. I'm not too sure why. He did get the goal, but they did end up losing the game. So I think this guy should have got man of the match, but he would be a fairly nice player, and a very pacey player as well. And he could be up front as well, guys, so watch out. Moving on to the attack force, we got two kind of legends in the game. The first player is going to be Diego Forlan, the Uruguay player. Now plays in the Liga do Brazil for a squad called Internacional, I believe. I'm not quite sure how you pronounce that. But he, again, did some work, carried his team on the back, should I say. And he got 2 goals, an assist, and man of the match in their 3-2 win over Fluminense, which is a very, very good result as well. Fluminense, I think, won the Liga do Brazil last season, so he played a fantastic game. Moving on to the final player of the squad, we have Thierry Henry, the French legend up front, now plays for New York Red Bull, and he actually played striker in the game, so he's going to be wanted a bit more. Very, very good player and an absolute legend, but he got a goal and 2 assists and man of the match in New York Red Bull 4-0 win over Montreal Impact, which was a very, very good result for them. But let's move on to making a bit more fancy. I can show you the overall ratings of the player. I've increased the overall rating of these cards, but not the in-game stats, so we completely ignore the in-game stats. But this week, the Team of the Week is looking a bit better, thank God. The Team of the Week in the past couple of 4 weeks probably, has been absolutely shocking in terms of players. There's no goal players, but we've got quite a few goal players this week, some fairly decent goal players as well, and some fairly decent silver players, which maybe wanted to be picked up. So maybe, hopefully, prices of consumables will drop as people will try to go for maybe these 3 goal players up front. And it's just nice because now contracts are going for quite a bit at the moment. Hopefully they can decrease and just making it a bit better for the whole community. But guys, this is the end of the episode. If I've missed any players, remember to put that in the comments. Put why you think the player should be there. And also click that like button if you like this squad. Remember to subscribe to stay tuned to this series and any upcoming Team of the Week predictions. And this is the end of the episode. This has been Crochet. Till next time, adios!